busy, jam-packed Saturday. This thing got started. The triple header on ABC alone got started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with my Sixers and maybe possibly your Nuggets out there. But we're back again to look at now a very short 4-game slate here as the NFL takes full. Even the PGA world said, nope, we can't play on Sunday. The NBA recognizes it, so we appreciate the league not jamming 50 games down our throat, allowing us to find great value in this 4-game slate. So let's dive into it. Hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. Please. I'll tell you about what's happening with DraftKings in a sec, but why don't we just hit you with our first game, right? So you have the Hornets who are healthy right now. Hey, good for you, Charlotte. You're healthy. You're starting to figure something out internally in your locker room. Things are starting to make sense, what you're saying. All the little pep talks and things that your coach is saying, you're healthy. You're healthy. You feel good about yourself. Well, the Miami Heat are a good basketball team. So it's one thing to feel good about you as a team. It's nothing to be as good as the Miami Heat have been. So this squad right now atop their respective division and looking at the other side of this, which is should be at least a pretty easy matchup against a squad that's on the opposite end. Same division, familiar foe. One team is going absolutely nowhere and the other team's going to the playoffs. Miami is really good. And they've turned this thing up as of recent, last 4 weeks, what have you, when they've started to really be more consistent, especially on defense. I lean under 222.5. I'll lean under anything above 221, to be honest with you, is fine for me. You can let me know in the comments. Of course, it's always open. Whatever you have to say is fine. It's easy. It's no problem there. But that's the bigger play for me. It's not a side. Yeah, I'd like to just lay the 6 easily on the road against the Charlotte team, but they are healthy. And I just think staying in a game doesn't correlate automatically, at least for Charlotte, scoring a lot of points. So the Hornets could stay in this game. They could cover a 6-point spread that they're getting, and this thing could still be 92-89. So I'll go under 222.5 with the first play. All right, let me take a sec, tell you how you can turn $5 into $200. It's easy. All I need you to do is be a couple of things. New to DraftKings, 21 or older, be in a state where you can legally gamble, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLE. All that said, this is it. 90 seconds. There's a link below. Just take that time out. 90 seconds. Click it. Sign up. Somebody in your house maybe is not part of DraftKings. Somebody that you know at work. Somebody on your commute. Somebody at the barbershop. Wherever it may be. Hook them up. Hook them up. Come on. Sign up. Maybe it's you. Maybe you live in a state that's brand new to betting. It doesn't matter. 90 seconds. Sign up. Deposit $5 and only $5. Put that $5 on the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs money line. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the Chiefs win, lose, doesn't matter. 6:30, 6:38, doesn't matter when that game kicks. You won't have to wait for anything. As soon as you put that money in your account and place that $5 wager on the Chiefs, $200 right back into it, and you can do whatever you want as soon as you do it. All right? Now, let's move on. Grizzlies laying 9.5 at home against the Pacers team that has nothing to point to. They've lost 9 of 10, and it does not look like the end is near. The bad end is near by any means. We've seen Tyrese Halliburton just fall off and miss 9 straight games, and that's been a major problem. Rare moments of flash or bright spots are just immediately extinguished. And look at this team. That's the other part of it. You're not going to get much, especially when you had such a key component with your one of your top scoring threats, right? Lead assist guy in the NBA at the time. It's hard. Halliburton goes down. It's hard to just replace that for a team that's not supposed to be in this spot. It's not like they were built. Chris Middleton goes down. You look around and think, all right, we should be able to win a couple of games in Milwaukee. Nah, not necessarily the case here for the Pacers. This is more about the Grizzlies, though. They lose each of their 5 games on the road. And what? That's it. You think that they're just going to come back home and be like, now we knew they were going to lose that game on the road, their final game on the road. We knew they weren't going to cover that game at the very least. Now it's a different story. Now you kind of have to lean in here. And we're going to do that at 9.5. But Memphis needs this win, man. They need this win for multiple reasons. And one of them, maybe at the forefront, is just to erase that awful taste of room service and road food and whatever the hell else these guys were eating for 5 games on the road. And now you get back home and you set the record straight. And unfortunately, if it's under 10, you kind of have to take the big-ass lay here, knowing it's against an absolutely miserable basketball team. All right, Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a squad right now that has dealt with a bunch of injury questions surrounding, of course, Donovan Mitchell. That's been a big thing with the groin injury. And now you've got Kevin Love, who still is questionable as well with some depth questions. Look, as of now, Donovan Mitchell is questionable. As of now, it's going to reflect Donovan Mitchell not playing more so than it will. You're only going to lose value right now when you're watching this if, in fact, Donovan Mitchell plays. If he doesn't play, it may dip a little bit, but who cares? We've been betting against line movement. We've been trying to not allow injury conversation to impact us. In some cases, it's one big guy out for one game, and we're supposed to panic and just rush to bet the other team at the window when it's like, all right, well, no. Maybe 6 games, maybe 8 games, something like that. Yeah, you can point to and say, there's a reason why guys are on the bench, backups, and now they're playing an extended amount of minutes. In this case, not so much. By the way, the Clippers coming off this big game last night, Saturday night, technically. Sorry, I want to make sure that no matter where and what you're doing here, you're watching this thing. So we already know, you're up and down up there in Atlanta. It was somewhat of a closer game. Not a sweat by any means, but you broke one. Second leg of the back-to-back in Cleveland, where the ups and downs have been injury-related more so than they've been struggles, especially at home. I'll take this team. Garland, I'll take this team even without Spider, which I don't think will have that issue. I'm fine here. Cavs, spread, lock it. That's right, lock it. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to lock that. Absolutely. I think the Clippers, man, the top-heavy performance, Kawhi Leonard through the roof. Slow down, everybody. Just take a second. Slow down. Second leg against one of the best home teams in the NBA. Yeah, I'll lay the points here. All right? Another one, I just, look, we kind of have to. The Bucks laying 9 right now. I'm going to lean on this one, but we kind of have to, don't we? The Pelicans, what is going on here? Valanciunas, of course, gets in the foul trouble early on. Injury question marks now surrounding this team. Like, what the hell, man? Washington comes in hot. New Orleans comes in. They struggle. And it was a fight just to keep this thing relevant in the second half, mainly in the fourth quarter. This team is just cooked, man. Cooked. New Orleans is falling fast, free falling off the face of the earth right now. And this was a bad loss, but rather expected loss. And how can you not be frustrated right now if you're New Orleans? And hey, your consolation prize is you're back on it tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't care. Maybe the Bucks sit guys and this thing dips. Giannis out, Middleton out, Holiday in. I'm still laying 9. Absolutely. I'm going to take advantage of misery, desperation, and frustration in not the Bucks locker room, Pelicans locker room. Absolutely. All right, there you have it. Under 222.5 Hornets. We have the Grizzlies minus 9.5. The Cavs lock them up at home on the spread, and the Bucks minus 9. That's a lean there. Last thing. All right, you only have like 2 days left to jump in my Discord. There's a link below. ES Insider. ES, you don't have to remember my first name, how to spell it, anything like that. ES Insider is the code. Your first week is free. You only have like 2 days left to jump in on this. Your first week is free. I'm doing parlays for days over there. All right. So I know you love your parlays. You can't get enough of your parlays. I got you covered. All right. We're throwing out parlays in the NBA every night. We're throwing out parlays in college, in the NHL. Everything you can think of. We'll be parlaying college lacrosse at some point. Parlays for days. All right. We're up a ton of units in the NFL, college combined. I got you covered. I just want you in before that free week expires. Okay? We're good? Great. Thumbs up. Enjoy. Subscribe. Have a great week.